that, and or just wait for Omen and just talk about things.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to George's
Hi.
Star Wars D6 Heart of Darkness live play. Just waiting on Omen Owl to join us. How you been, man?
Good. Had a good
Good.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me too. I'm still stuffed because we had leftovers tonight,
Yeah.
and I ate way too much. I think Omen is waiting to come in.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
So
Just waiting on Owen Owl to join us. Oh, geez. Sorry about that. That was my notification. Owen, get your butt in here. There we go.
I've been here for 5
Hey.
minutes, so I
Oh,
don't know what the
shut
hell.
up. Shut up. He's been here like 3 minutes, maybe. Let me
No,
go
I've
pick up
been
his-
here for 5 minutes while you were all talking and bad mouthing me.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Mac? Give you.
let me pull up.
Hey, Mac.
I don't know what that means, Mac, but you missed a fun game last night. Hopefully, you'll be back next week. All of us doing the thing, playing some Savage Swords. But right now, we're going to play some Star Wars. I finally found my character. I use these index cards, and one problem with them is they tend to like stick together, sort of. When I try to separate them, I can't. And I was like freaking out. It's like I keep them under my laptop right here. They can't go anywhere. But I do have this habit of taking my index cards and tearing them up and throwing them in the bin as soon as they're no longer useful. And I was dreading that I might have accidentally done that. Or my son, who comes in here and grabs index cards and draws and writes things on them, might have done something with it, but I was pretty sure that wasn't a possibility. So, George, why don't you recap us where we left off? Because it's been a while. And this is actually episode 5. George got it wrong, so I got it wrong.
Oh, okay. So four. I guess no. Is it 4? I thought it was. So we did I guess 0 episode was the
Okay, well then
character creation, and then we did our first little heist where you had to steal the data. Okay, yeah. I guess as we recap, I will kind of see where we are, and it don't matter, I guess. But yeah, if we have to fix that, and I'll change that. I'll change that image. that image that's on the thumbnail is
my show is full of typos and errors and
the
we'll just move on. So recap us away, man.
Okay, so I did summarize it to AI, and it kind of pulled up something I sent you guys. Let me see where it went. Heart of Darkside, session 3.
What you need to do is you need to get into Adobe Premiere or something, put the scrolls up,
Yeah.
left.
Meanwhile,
While he's playing all the music there, you need to have it scroll as it goes through.
That would be so freaking epic. I want to
because
see
your
Boss.
intro is way too long unless you're going to have the little scrolling in there.
Yeah, but I don't want to cut
yeah.
the
Good
song
idea.
off. I found such a perfect song. I forget who wrote it, but it's like 100 years old or some crap. But it was like perfect. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
A lot of the music that John Williams did is inspired, very inspired by a lot of things out there. Like
Derivative.
there was the main theme, the boom boom. It was taken from like a western or something, and
Nice.
and of course I think the planets, Mars and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
forget.
that's what this was.
Isn't it Gustav Holst?
Yeah.
I think so.
So so let me give you a quick overview of anybody who's just joining us and wants us to watch from the beginning.
Mhm.
This is set in the Old Republic, like as in like the Knights of the Old Republic games, just but like which are like 4,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. And in this era, the nature of the Jedi is a little bit different. They're a little less formal, but it's starting to be more like what we see in some of the prequel movies. So the current so our main characters are Vex, Kafar, and Laddie. And Vex is a adept who's kind of leaning to the dark side because he kind of has a criminal history. He's a bit of a cat burglar. Kalfar is a renegade Mandalorian. Now, one of the things in the current political situation is the Mandalorians have been kind of taking over places here and there through the Outer Rim, and they are about to butt heads with the Empire, with the end of the Empire, the Republic. So Kalfar is kind of sick of being a Mandalorian. One of the things that the Mandalorians do is when they take over a place, they indoctrinate the kids and put them in the army, and they make them Mandalorians. But some have kind of resisted that, and that's what a Kalfar is. And Omanal is Laddie, and he's a droid. He is
That
like
is LAD 1E,
Yes.
labor assistance droid. 1E.
He's very, very strong. He can like basically lift a starship with one hand.
What's up, Mobius?
And he's not allowed to do combat. So that
Yeah, he's kind of like he's got some restraining something holding him back.
He
Not
can
sure
change a baby, Wampa's
Oh
diaper into
yeah,
their hand.
we also have a baby Wampa named Frostbite.
Frostbite.
So the
which just happened to be like, oh look, they're so cuddly.
Yeah. So we started out with the sort of a place called Rick's on a planet I made up called Zanporalia. It's kind of like a Casablanca of the Outer Rim right now. It's people are kind of all factions are meeting there. It's tacitly under the control of the local government, but they are somewhat allied with the Mandalorians. There's a lot of tension going on, and Rick is, of course, some kind of crime underboss. He's an Iridonian. He's also a dark Jedi of some kind, and he has sent you guys on some missions. One to retrieve some stolen astrogation data from a spaceship called the Monkey's Paw, captained by a Jojo Gungan. Jojo is a young Gungan from the Gungan Mafia in the Outer Rim. Nice boy. And so you guys stole his data, stole his astrogation data, and laid low for a little bit in a place called Renvar. And there they discovered they discovered a couple of things. They got a couple of loot from an old freighter that was crashed there that was being defended by some local sentries, and also discovered the local the hiding place of who was it? I forget. It was not Freedon Ned. It was a former Sith that eventually redeemed himself, and there they learned a little bit about the history of the Sith War and the they found some crystals, orange crystals. They were able to take 2 of them, and what they've learned about these crystals so far is that they really only respond to people with light side. When they returned back to Zanparalia and to Rix, they were soon their sort of victory of retrieving the data soon interrupted by Mama Gungan, Jojo's grandma, and she was very upset with that. Apparently, Jojo has now disappeared since you guys have been gone for a couple of weeks. His data got stolen. Now he's gone. She's very upset. She kind of looks like she knows Rick, and you guys have promised to try to find him. And also, a part of it is she's also a seems to be some kind of dark Jedi, and sensed the orange crystals, and there's a little bit of a sort of coyness between Vex and Mama Gungan, and she hints at if you find Jojo, I will teach you how to make these work for somebody like you, or you can just give them to me. And she wanted to give them to Jojo, which seems kind of weird because she's a dark Jedi, so she's not going to be able to use them. Jojo, well, you guys don't know Jojo very well, but it does seem like he's a good guy. And apparently, with her offering these to give these to her grandson, might imply that he's a light side user. You guys, so she implies that there's a ritual that she knows that she could turn these to the dark side for you. You guys went out, followed a couple of leads, checked out the local computer store. There was, I think, Pram Polstra. He told you about that he got a phone call from him just as they impounded Jojo's ship. The local authorities had impounded the ship, and after that, he gone missing. So you guys went to there's another city where the ship was at. This is actually the same location where you guys had stolen the data from, because it was at more of an industrial city just outside of the Rix. Rix is kind of at the capital, sort of a vacation area where the wealthy are, and then about a couple hundred clicks out, there is the other city. I ended up making up some names for them. I think I call it Vesa or something like that. So the city, you guys found one of Rick's friends. He's a mechanic of some kind. He repairs spaceships, and with some cajoling and some dropping Mama Gungan's name and a few things and a couple of veiled threats, you guys found out that Jojo is heading out. He left on a spaceship called the Wave Hopper, and that he has, since the data was stolen, he is trying to recreate it, because now everybody's asking for the data, and he doesn't have it. So he's like, I gotta go and recreate it. So he's it seems that he has a certain force power like a force navigation power that helps him find ways through the hyperspace, whatever we call it, in Star Wars.
Roots.
Yeah, and so let's see. So we're at that spot right now. So the Wave Hopper, you've learned that is Cara Vesa's spaceship. She's a friend of his. I guess she owed him a favor, or they're just close enough that she basically lent him her spaceship to go do this. Though she's probably still here in town. And you guys, I think you guys are at the point where you're trying to figure out now what you're going to do. Where you're going to head, if you're going to head back to Rix or see what's going on further in the town, get a little more information. But from what you know is that he's heading back to Ossus. Oh, also, there were some agents, Allied tie-in agents, that tried to stop you on the way to...
Yeah, they tried, all right.
Yeah. After a little interrogation, you found out that they are working with a group called the Crucible. They're a bunch of slavers, and that's apparently how they get some of their pit fighters for for their sports entertainment.
What do you think? Should we chase the kid or go talk to Rick first?
Well, Rick's trying to sell the data. I know he's trying to act like the broker.
Yeah.
So I think the real choice is between, like, do we chase after the kid,
Also,
or
your
try
is
to
that-
figure out these other guys, these slavers, like Sith roots.
They have Sith origins. It's been a while though. It's just kind of like now it's just its own little self-fulfilling thing. They're kind of, well, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm giving too much.
No, you don't spoil anything. Like, I'm just wondering, like, where they maybe first started. Their order might be a place where they have a hideout
Mhm.
at the higher end, the higher level.
I guess we could do a knowledge roll or something, or you can talk with maybe Rick might know, or somebody else might know more about them. I think when you guys did mention it to Rick, it sounded like you could hear Mama Gungan screaming in the background when they mentioned the Crucible.
Yeah, we did mention it because they got upset about it, and he up armored the resort, kind of worried that they may be trying to make a move.
Yeah.
I'm fine with getting off planet because, excuse me, I'm on the run from the Mandalorians. So the more I'm not hanging around a place that's their stronghold, like, or becoming a stronghold, probably the better.
And you know what? It occurred to me, since we have a copy of the data that the kid is trying to recreate, we could literally head him off at the pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I want to go to Osso anyways, for my own selfish reasons, but we know the kid's going there. Maybe we can, take a shortcut using the data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For those listening, the data is to a place called Ossus, which was a Jedi library destroyed in the Sith War. So, all right. So, right now you're in, I forget what it's called, Verna City or something like that. And let me pull something up here. Where is it? Session 4.
Because I would assume that Rick's probably going to sell it to the scuzziest bidder.
Yeah.
And then it would be kind of nice to have that deal go off and us get our cut. And then we just kindly hand over the whole list back over to the kid. So it's like we make a bunch of money and we make it public knowledge again. So we take away the advantage of the scuzzy person that probably bought it with blood money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a good motivation, but maybe too good of a motivation for our characters.
No, because we get to screw over everybody.
I guess so, right? It's like we throw the wrench in everybody's gears.
And I'm okay with that. As long as we get paid and as long as,
We can load boxes.
we can load boxes. Yes, of course.
Laddie's retirement plan is to have a mailboxes, etc. I think
Mailbox, etc., container, ship, something.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's head back to your ship, and when we get there, let's do a security sweep. Make sure it hasn't been messed with while we were gone.
I was thinking the same thing.
Especially before we put in the data, because last thing we want to do is transmit the data that we swiped to someone who's a potential buyer for Rick.
Yeah.
Which cuts our own,
And Laddie's got to go pick up some Wampa food so we don't run out, because I imagine they eat a lot. Got to provide for that.
Ooh, can we find a I don't know, a slaughterhouse kind of thing?
Well, there's fine dining at Rick's, so they might be able to get them a nice steak.
No,
Take all his
the boy will eat, frozen, wonton tauntaun soup or something.
Tauntaun soup. Oh my gosh.
And we could always fire off
They
Like
smell
the litter box remains out the airlock, so we don't got to worry about that.
tauntaun wontons smell worse on the inside.
Smells worse on
Wait,
your inside.
the only problem is he's going to be hungry in half an hour after he eats them. So.
All right. So you guys are getting together. You guys had like a limo or something that was a convertible. As you start getting ready, you guys see a spaceship above. Let's see. So like kind of like there's kind of an industrial noise kind of background, and you start hearing some sound, some like a sonic boom coming in through the atmosphere. As you guys look up to see, you see kind of flying over the rooftops, a ship with sharp flared wings and angular plating. Its holes, its bare hull is the distinct jagged geometry often associated with like old ships, kind of like a generation or two from the past. Let's see here, it's very deliberately moving. It's kind of Kafar would kind of see it as like this is kind of like a bombing run, and it goes over, and as you see it about a kilometer away, it shoots some missiles and some laser blasts at the shipyards, not the shipyards, the docks, the same ones where the monkey's paw was. And then
Kick it in overdrive. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Putting it through the quick final checks really quick, getting it all fired up.
Let Rick know that. Send a message off to Rick. You might want to get underground or something.
all right. Yeah, you're hearing like sirens going off everywhere. Sirens in the background on your phone call. It's like sort of like klaxons and things like bombing,
Air raid sirens.
air raid sirens and stuff. You're hearing some chatter on other frequencies that you're not. A lot of it's encoded, but you assume it's what do you call them? Like security forces and such.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys are heading back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. As you approach the city, there's a checkpoint. Some security guards there. Basically, they're saying everything's locked down right now. We need some ID. Where are you heading? They start asking things like that.
We're heading to our ship. Getting the hell out of here. You see what's coming?
Yes, there is a lockdown. So stay home. Nobody's going nowhere right now until everything is sorted and they figure out who did this bombing.
Home is my ship. That's where I live.
As long as it doesn't fly, should be fine. Move along.
All right. We won't go anywhere.
Not the droid you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of like underpaid for this stuff, but they let you through. They see that you have one of Rick's limos, so it looks like worse for wear. All right. So where are you guys heading? Straight to the ship? Right to Rick's?
No, straight to the ship. Yeah.
All right.
As soon as the officers are gone, I'm saying to Vex or Acrimonious, I think we're not coming back here. I think this is it, and we're blasting out of here.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, straight to the hangars. All right, cool. Let's see.
Rick can come meet us elsewhere if we need to meet up with him again.
Let me see here. Just kind of plan out my things. All right, so you get to the hangar, and you said you're going to be doing a security check on things.
Mm-hmm.
Doing quick
what kind of stuff? Sweeps? Okay, so like trackers. Okay. All right.
And see, also, I want to look at the computers, make sure no one's put anything in there to monitor what we do or put in there. Like,
Mhm.
if I were to put in the data crystal.
Okay. Did you guys? I don't remember if you guys told Rick that you found where JoJo is yet, or no? Have you mentioned anything to him yet? No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
You could
All
always
right.
send him a coded message
Um,
once we're free and safe.
Uh-huh.
let's see what. So let's do for the physical sweep for like, um, for the for the devices. Would it be like a tech thing or perception thing? Perception is command, bargain,
Gotta be like
con,
computers.
gambling, investigations, search. Let's do for at least the visual thing. Let's do somebody a perception search. Anybody, whoever has the highest for that, we can do that, and then we can maybe use some more like sensors type thing to investigate things.
I got a 12.
Okay, all right. 12 was that's a okay. You do find a tracker.
Okay, now I'm going to remove said tracker,
All right,
Nice.
that
making
would be.
sure not to alert it that it's being moved.
Let's use
Tech security.
text.
Should you
Okay.
just track it back to where it's going to?
I have a good idea where it's going to, and it's going to end up in the trash compactor in a minute. Oh dear God! On 5 dice, I got a total of 8.
That's pretty low.
8.
3 ones, a 3, and a 2 on 5 dice.
Let's see here. It's been a while.
I did not get my Wheaties this morning.
Let me roll to see what that would be.
Fortunately, none of the ones were on the wild die.
Okay. All right. You fail at that. You fail at deactivating it, or kind of
I can't get this thing out. It's stuck. Too much carbon scoring.
They're using glue. They get some kind of glue. It's an epoxy. Let's see here. So,
Oh, you just want to pull it out? I'll just reach in. I'll just grab it and twist it off. And now I'm going to play with a little frostbite. I'm going to throw it back and forth, throw it to him, and then try catching him as he runs through the ship.
all right. Let's see if you
Yeah,
can.
right, Moses.
Let's see if you can pull it off without damaging the hull.
Oh,
I'm going to say,
it's a strength check, right?
yeah.
All right.
Let's see. How do we do that? Let's do like a dex check then.
Oh, dex
He's
check.
so strong. Let's do a dex check. I'm gonna roll. Oh, that's okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll better.
I
Roll
get a
better than 8.
13.
You okay? Your dex. Okay. You remove it, and it's still functioning.
And then
You
I throw
guys-
it to frostbite, and then I play hide and seek with it.
Frostbite grabs it. He's about to put it in his mouth.
Awesome. And then I'm going to like a little kid. Like little kids, when you start chasing them, they all run away. You try to
Yeah.
get back from them.
He's
So-
running around the ship with it. Ah!
Well, we'll do that for like 20 or 30 minutes. Wear them out. also completely confused. Whoever has this thing, it's like, what the hell are they doing with this?
Anybody want to? I guess. Let's see here. Anything else you want to do with the tracker?
Well, it's about to be digested. I don't really want to chase it down.
Okay. Because he will be. It's still functioning. If he eats it, he'll follow you.
It's still going to be tracking. Yeah, we can't have him have that tracker in him. Be a good idea to throw it out the airlock.
No, frostbite will not be thrown out the air.
No, the tracker.
I know that. Well, if he eats it, then we'll just have to wait.
Don't let him eat it.
Yeah, I
That's
figure you
what I'm
guys
trying
are
to
still on the hangar bay. Let's see. Kind of.
Can we hook it up, to the landing gear of some other ship?
Oh yeah. Let's see. There's
Excellent.
a couple of ships
We
out
haven't
there.
taken off yet, so
Let
we
me
can totally
see.
mess with them. Think we're still on planet.
There are a couple of luxury yachts out here. And you see kind of these. You've noticed that they're not around right now, but you've noticed these kind of like wealthy Coruscanti businessmen, like kind of like tech entrepreneurs. They own a ship called. I actually wrote this down. I think it's called the All In. Starships and Vessels. There are a couple of ships here. There is the Errant Sun. There is a small personal craft. Let's see, it's compact. Looks kind of like a Republic type ship, but not like from the Republic. Not let's say, like you might say, like say that's a Japanese car and this is like a European car. And there is a luxury yacht called the All In.
Yeah, I want to give it to the All In.
All right. Let's see here. I guess we could do a kind of mechanical. Would it be a repair?
Okay.
Yeah, repair starships, like some kind of like you probably have some kind of thing to.
Oh yeah, if it's landed, its landing gear would be down, so the compartment that the landing gear goes up into would be
18. Okay, so you're able to kind of reach into the landing gear and kind of really get it in there really well, and you had something to attach it with, maybe a clip of some kind. But all you know is when like OGG was saying, when the landing gear pulls up, it's just going to stay inside. It's not going to like be bombarded by space dust and stuff. All
Perfect.
Right. That's where I'd put it.
All right, so
let's get back to your ship and have everything ready. The first opportunity of security breaking down, we can get the hell out of here.
All right. So you guys, all right. So you get going. You start doing the procedures to leave. There are, so it's an open bay, but there is a red light saying you cannot leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like a sort of like there's lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get the first destination put into the hyperdrive, so as soon as we get out of here, right as soon as we clear atmosphere, we can jump.
Great. Yeah.
Even though that's frowned upon, I don't feel like coming back, so we'll do a jump just outside their atmosphere.
Okay. All right. So it'll be a little difficult. You guys know where you're going. It's actually set. Yeah, and there's going to be several jumps to get to Ossus. It looks like so. All right. So
in the meantime, I'm going to go into the communication center, and I'm going to get the the air traffic control on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And just slowly, just keep them on the line until I can tell that the disruption from the bombing and everything is completely got them frazzled to where they can't stop us. So that as soon as that happens,
okay. I see what you mean. So you're listening. Okay, so you're just like, okay, so you're asking, they're like telling you to wait. They're telling you to wait. You keep bugging them here and there, and then you're kind of hearing stuff in the background to see what's okay. Let me try to think of what would be some.
So like as soon as I can tell that they can't handle what's going on, then they can't stop us.
And I'll monitor the comm traffic as well over the comms to see what I'm hearing. We can kind of coordinate that effort.
Okay. So let's do a comms check.
That's under knowledge, right?
Comms. I think it's technical. Mechanical. Because it's like piloting. It's like you're working the equipment, not.
Okay.
So it's mechanical. I think. Yeah, communications mech. So it's like similar to your piloting skill, but for comms.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you're actually able to get into frequencies that most people can't, and you're hearing some of them are talking in a panic about some new ships coming in to the system.
Be a Republic response.
And let's say about 7 minutes after, 7 minutes in or so, as you guys have been doing this, it's everything else seems to be kind of standard. Now you've just heard this, and there's a little bit of panic in their voices.
I'll message that to Shadow. I'm not going to go say it to him because he's on comms with the traffic controller.
Okay.
I don't want to say it, have it overheard.
All right.
But basically message him on his whatever, his little data, however you get your messages.
You can just give me, we're probably like 3 feet from each other. You probably just give me.
Yeah, so I could probably just tap the screen or something, or
okay.
All
right. It seems like So you're ready to pilot out. I guess you're the one in control of the ship. So
basically, I'm ready to get going as soon as Shadow thinks it's a good idea. I think before everything gets too organized and just while there's
especially if there's more ships coming in, we want to get out of here before those ships can stop us from or start firing at us as we're trying to leave, because that's probably what they're going to probably try to do, is stop us from leaving, because they're here to do some damage. And
this is a good smoke screen, so let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go.
Let me just type it here.
So, what do you need a piloting from me?
It should. Well, launching shouldn't be a problem. I think once you're up in the air, trying to get the hyperspace going. Mm-hmm. If you can get that before something gets scrambled to you guys.
We're trying to go as fast as we can out of the atmosphere.
So let's see. All right. Roll. Okay. Roll for basically if you can get to a spot where you feel safe enough to hit the hyperdrive. So just roll your piloting skill.
Okay. $22.
Okay. Oh, great. This number was 16 to hit. Great. So you guys make it to a point. Now we're going to initiate hyperdrive.
All right.
Astrogation. Is that an astrogation check? I'm going to give you guys 1 extra dice for astrogation, and because you have the actual coordinates. But since it's going to be just a slightly difficult situation to get this done. All right, I have a target number on that. So let's roll an astrogation check. Whoever's doing it. Who is the astrogator?
That's him, not me.
Yep, gonna have to be me. And it's what's the parent skill of that? Or the parent stat?
Probably knowledge, wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Might be accurate.
Or technical. I'm not sure.
Let's see. I have a whole list here, but it's so big it's hard to catch. I did have it alphabetized. And of course I don't have it. It's the one I missed. Knowledge, alien species. Strength, obviously no. Aquatics. Mick. So it's like your piloting skill. Same one. Your same base.
Okay. So it would be 4D. A 15.
You make it.
Nice.
All right. So you guys are in hyperspace for, it'll be a few days. Let's see here. 4 days. All right.
Mobius wants to know what kind of ship we have. Mobius wants to know what kind of ship we have.
I think we were thinking about
fire spray, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a fire spray, kind of a little scout ship, kind of, and since it's way in the past, it's not really going to be exactly as fire spray, but it will be like some kind of similar setup. It'll have that weird
I hear you.
sort of tilting action going on with it. Instead of little hover wings that have the resistor lifts on them, that it'll have just turbojets on the ends that will kind of be like a V-stall engine. And I did have a picture somewhere.
We're gonna need a picture at one of these for one of these thumbnails at the very least.
Yeah. The other option was the Mantis. If anybody plays an Old Republic Online, there's a ship called the Mantis. Let's see here.
I kind of put the skills down in the fire spray and such already, so for space transports.
Okay. And I like it. I kind of like the whole Boba Fett kind of feel because you're a Mandalorian. And there was something in one of the comics that they had where I pulled an image from. Let's see. Did I? Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Copy image. If you go to the thing here, let's see. Copy link. Should be in the Discord. Copy message link. Private chat. Control V. So that's a link to where I linked it in the Discord. This was from one of the Old Republic comic books, I think, or Tales of the Jedi. I'm not sure which one.
I could have sworn I got those comic books, but I think I forgot to read them.
There's a couple. You can find them online, I think. So yeah, it's got this sort of, that weird sort of bulbous look. Kind of almost looks like the cockpit of a something larger vessel, but then it has these little wings on the side. All right. So let's see. So there's going to be some downtime for your characters. We'll be like, I guess we can mark that later on for like studies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I think you were planning on doing, let's kind of go over some of the unfinished business stuff. So right now there's things about like upgrading the Errant Sun was the name of the ship. Mm-hmm. I think, did we end up putting the sensors on? There was some kind of sensor, like a sensor upgrade that we had, or it was like an upgrade to the shield system that would keep you guys it wasn't quite stealthy, but it was like a little improvement on some of your stealth skills of the ship. And there was
cool.
And there was we found that at the at Renvar. I think you have Shadow's character has some parts to make a
emitter matrix, cracked lens, power cell, hilt casing, and a custom casing.
All right, and Laddie had some. There was some improvement stuff. I think it was already done, some programming improvements. But if there's anything else Laddie wants to do, we could do in here right now.
I can't think of much other than trying to make sure that Frostbite doesn't leave, brown stains all over the ship. So just make sure we clean up after him. Wish he vacuums around.
That is entirely on you, Laddie.
Gets the air blower to keep him cold.
It's like a shop vac. You should use like a wet vac.
The ice vac. It's the snow blower.
Oh, God.
Don't eat the yellow snow. That's all I'm telling you right now.
It's popcorn.
It's going to recycle.
All right. So, do you want to try to craft your lightsaber at this point, or?
Yeah. I thought you'd never ask.
Nice.
All right.
4 days.
So, let us see here. I guess we could do a. I think I gave you a lightsaber crafting skill between session 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let us first get the housing together. Let's do an easy check on that to get everything kind of first together, sort
So
of.
I've got lightsaber at 1D, and then what? What would it be? Tech or mech?
I think there is a lightsaber crafting skill, I think.
There was something about in the book. It's you add your altar or something like that to your crafting ability.
Yeah. So it'll be like mech lightsaber crafting and your altar.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.
All right. You got it all together. Everything's kind of in place. The housing's in place. The emitter's in place. There's now some wiring having to be done. That's the next bit. Roll another one.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Ooh, much better. 12.
Okay. Yeah, that was even easier. All right. So you have everything but a crystal.
I got a cracked lens.
Cracked lens. Well, the lens. Let's see. The cracked lens. Let's see if you could repair it. I'm going to give it a. If you can, maybe use a little laser or something. Repair the lens.
Okay. Same dice?
Yeah.
5.
You'd fail.
Yeah. Two twos and a 1.
All right. The lens
2
is
on the wild die. So
okay. So the cracked lens will.
hey, laddie. What are your optics made out of?
I don't know why. They're the finest iridium crystals.
Just curious.
Why do you need welding?
No, I show my cracked lens. I need another one of these without the crack in it.
Oh, 1 second. I can probably alter your eyes just enough. Give me 1 second.
No, not my eyes, your eyes.
Oh, well.
I am guessing that's robot ease for this.
I'm not sure I can say no. No one's ever tried taking me apart before.
There might be some supply parts or something. You might be able to find something. I don't know. Maybe cannibalize something.
Okay, I'll spend the rest of my time, rummaging around while everybody else does their thing.
Now, one of the things that you had read about in the journals of Emma Sunstrider was the option to make your own crystal. They're not as good. They'll probably have like a lightsaber, like -1 dice or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they that's also an option.
When you scheduled to power down next? Just curious.
You did say something about iridium crystals.
Well, I do have these 2 orange crystals.
Do you want to try and place them in?
Sure, why not? Same thing?
They're very. Remember how they were very slippery?
Yes.
Yeah, same rules, but this is going to be. Oh gosh. Okay.
13.
14. Wait, no, not 14. I'm 7, 10, 11. Okay, you made it. It was 11 for some reason. It was very slippery. Like when you were like trying to grab at them, it was.
Mm-hmm.
It resist you.
Like they've got some sort of repulsor field on them almost?
More like they reject you.
Mm-hmm. Of course they do. Just like my mom. Is that too dark?
Not for this side of things.
No. Darkside. We're exploring the dark side in all its ways.
We have cookies.
All right, so it's almost working. We just need a lens. And let's see. Do you want to try it out with the cracked lens?
No. I have a bad feeling about that.
I know the Final Fantasy one has has rules for cracked, stones or the crystals.
All right. Let's let's do a repair roll for you to rummage through your stores and things to see if something you could either make into a crystal, a lens.
What dice?
Your repair. Let's see. Straight repair.
Yeah, I do.
Your mech skill is it repair? Or your technical skill is the repair skill.
Yeah.
Lenses aren't necessarily a lightsaber thing, so you could have
No.
comms because it could be like an optic thing, or add. You could add comms, or you could add. Let's see if there's anything else. If not, it would just be a straight technical roll. Let me just read through this.
Okay. Unfortunately, I got a 1 on the wild die, but I got a total of 14.
14 is a complication. 14 is good. What's the complication? I'm going to say there is a small window made of a very strong, like quartz crystal glass. That's like actually you could look out into space through. That would make a perfect emitter lens if you ground it down a little bit. But you literally have to like pop this little portal window and then
Okay, well, that's definitely not an option.
it's an option, I think. I don't know. It's just like it'll work. You just have to figure how to get it out without decompressing the ship.
Yeah,
no taking apart my ship.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. I like breathing anything but hard vac. So yeah, all right. I'll go back to studying the book.
All right.
And see what the other guys are doing during this time.
Okay. Anybody else? What you guys are? I guess be checking out the ship. I guess you also guys did some sweeps throughout the ship and the interior while you guys were checking for bugs and stuff like that. You didn't find anything else. You just found the tracker. Let us see any kind of, and let me see if there's anything that needing repairs or something. Nothing needing repairs. All right, so we're heading into the system. We have. You guys want to go to the next part and hyperspace and be at the spot now, or is there anything else you guys wanted to do in the meantime?
You guys are.
We were trying to head off this kid, so if he's headed in that direction and we're going in the same direction, we should kind of find a sneaky spot to hide out at the next jump spot. Maybe wait a little bit.
So, I guess one of the things you could be doing is either you remember, like in Empire Strikes Back, how it's like you came out of hyperspace too soon, like they got a lot of warning, but like it was far, maybe it was far, or if you come in close, they catch you, but so there's kind of that option, like you can.
If you come in too close, then it's you risk You risk hitting
attention.
things, and if you get too far, then you warn everyone.
Yeah. And the other thing would be, I guess, if you do have a little bit of stealth with your ship, it's relatively small, so it's not like a cruiser. So maybe jumping a little, ending the hyperspace jump a little early, so that you're far out and maybe have a several-hour trip into the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, come in calm.
Okay.
Rather than coming blasting in. Now, at this particular spot, will we know of any? Like I imagine in the maps and stuff like that, there'd be things like they'd tell you if this system there is something, there'd be like a guide.
There wouldn't be
How I
because
know.
it's not been discovered, or it's at least not
Oh, okay.
it's not public. So what's happened is so hyperspace routes, they can change a little bit, and what's happened with Ossus is that it could be it could be that he went to another one, but I think it goes to the only known place this new route goes to is Zamporelia on one end, and I think his home planet where the Gungans are from, not the home planet of the Gungans, like where their like current faction is in the Outer Realm. I forget what I called it. So, and in between, there are unknown places. Maybe they've been used in the past, and hyperspace routes, they change over time sometimes, and they get replotted. So, in the case of Ossus, what happened was there was a supernova of several star in a little stellar cluster that was nearby Ossus. So, due to the Krath, I guess would this be something your character would know? I guess we did talk a little bit about the Krath earlier. Somebody mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
The Krath had used like their Sith powers, and they tried to destroy a battle fleet of the Republic, but they also got themselves destroyed in the process. And this like several supernovas would destroy Ossus, but since there's like faster than light travel, but the supernova travels at light speed, they've had several months, maybe even a year in warning for Ossus. So they were all escaping and evacuating the planet, taking all these books and all their artifacts from an entire planet with thousands of years of Jedi history. And they then of course there was the Sith. They come and attack the planet, and it was a whole battle on the planet itself. And that's where Ulic Queldroma and his brother Kai, I think it was Keldroma, fought, and Ulic killed his brother, and that's when Ulic realized, oh wait, I shouldn't be bad.
So it's safe to say at any of these stops we're making along this path, there's not service stations. Like
no.
normal.
Well, there might be. Just nothing known. There might be something there, on the way there. So that like this jump might. You're assuming it could be just a uninhabited planet. It could be inhabited, but just not by people that are contacting with the rest of the Outer Rim. It could be there could be smuggler bases there. You never know.
Okay. We're pretty well self-sufficient with what we have in here. I think we can make the trip or get to a more populated system along the way, and then resupply if we have to. Possibly get you components that you need as well.
Yeah.
On.
So let's see. Let me just describe what you guys. So you guys get out of hyperspace here. You guys going to be a little bit further out or closer in, or kind of just the normal distance?
The normal distance. We don't want to. Okay. We don't want to look at a place.
All right.
Try and fly casual. How does that saying go? Look casual. Whatever that quote.
Fly casual.
So you see, when you guys, there is a large gas giant, and there seems to be a moon around it. This regular yellow star, kind of normal yellow star, and there seems to be something on that moon around the gas giant. It seems to be you see some satellites, and things like that. You see some activity of other spaceships moving around.
Okay, I'll take note and look for see if I see anything Mandalorian or any military activity. And I'll monitor any military channels as well coming in, see if there's any alerts.
One of the things that's blasting out from this place is like a advertisement for a fight, like an allied tie-in fight, pit fighting event. Bobo the Wave Hopper versus the what do I call him? Oh, Bobo the Wave Hopper versus. Let's see here.
You think that might be the kid? Because he's on the ship, the Wave Hopper.
The Anzati champion.
I'm not sure.
Coral Vesh.
Can we get like any images?
Yeah,
it's a commercial.
It's an ad. Yeah, you see this guy. He's kind of like all jacked up, but he's got these weird tendrils out of his face. Is Coral Vesh. He's an Anzati. And they're showing like this guy. It looks like a Gungan. I don't know if you guys seen Jojo before. I guess he probably would have been given some kind of image of him. It's his build, his size. It looks like he's gotten some kind of, like he's sweating a lot, and there's at least for a Gungan, and he's got his skin color seems a little off, and you could kind of see there's some kind of implant on his neck.
So they baned him.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. We might have to rescue his ass. I hate to say it, but it's the impression I'm getting.
I'm thinking, why would this kid be in a pit fight?
Well, he probably got captured, and they jacked him up with the Bane treatment and thought they'd make some money on him.
All right.
I mean, that's what my gut's telling me. Too many coincidences. Gungan, Bane Hopper, appearance, more or less. That's three,
All right.
2.5, at least 2.5 solid coincidences.
We'll go with it then, but it sounds like it may be harder to make contact with them because if someone can just put alterations on him, it's like he's owned or he owes money or to someone and they've, done this with him.
Yeah, but
it's like indentured to them or something.
We got Laddie with us.
Yeah, and you can always throw frostbite at them too. So we're good.
Put him in the pit fights.
I just have to chase him around. He will remain within the perimeter.
So where is this fight? How soon is the fight? Where is it located?
It says at the what do you call it? Oh gosh, I don't want to be weird here. It's like
Last one, dude.
It seems like from the looks of it, you see this like the videos seem to be of like a kind of a deserty planet arena, and the moon around this planet is like kind of a deserty planet. You're kind of and it's saying the at the Allied tie-in facility, exclusive only through pay-per-view kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Call your cable provider. All right.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out an approach to get to this guy because it looks like it's the big deal. There's, people are probably watching him, controlling access.
Can't we just buy tickets to the event?
We could do that. But that, who says they let droids in?
You saw a couple of droids in the background images, but not sure if they
Okay.
were.
Because I got a
It's like
plan.
Tom
If I can get close to him, I got a plan.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to look for a place to land.
Okay.
Find ourselves a spot. We got to find some accommodations. Short term.
All right. So you guys going just straight in, or kind of surreptitiously, or
Just going in like flying casual, going in,
okay.
contacting air control, and asking for permission to land at whatever bay.
This is restricted space, VIPs only. How'd you get here?
We were invited. Well,
All right. Tell us. So, where's your pass?
sending it now.
All right. Okay. So, what are you sending?
Nothing.
Okay. Let's see here. They're instructing you to land at a facility that seems to be kind of far from the city, like from the city, the arena. There's kind of a satellite, look like a kind of a armored bunker kind of area.
See, I was worried about this. We're gonna have to sneak in. We don't want to go where they want us to go. It's a trap. So before we come all the way down into the atmosphere, we're just gonna like take note of the city, and basically be like, we were just looking for refuel. But if you're hostile, then we're just gonna leave and then fly away. But basically come around the other side of the planet, because you said we have some mask signals or such, like a bit of a camouflage. Use that to gain access where they're not looking, and then approach the city, close enough that we can get in at night. It's not a far distance, but something where we have like some natural cover to leave the ship.
Okay. You're gonna have to. I think since they already kind of have contact with you, you'll have to kind of do some kind of maneuvers to get away from them, get off their sensors, basically.
Yeah, because they're honed right in on us now.
Yeah. So maybe like there are some things like you could do, like, well, there's the gas giant. There's probably some other moons as well. There's this main star, and further out there are some other like.
We could do a quick jump. We could also do a quick jump, like basically take off, do a quick jump, and then come back. Be sneaky about our approach.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's do so kind of the way you guys left Zamporalia, then kind of get as much distance as you can before you can make a jump. Uh-oh. I lost the dice. All right. Roll your what you rolled.
Because we never came within the atmosphere, right? So it's just a matter.
No, you guys were kind of like
jumping
a little bit far out, not even in orbit. Also, where are you guys jumping to?
That's not good. I got an 11.
Well, I rolled a couple of ones, so I think you're good. 9.
Yeah, that was my problem too.
10, 11. I got 11. Any ones? Because I got ones.
I got 2.
You got no ones?
I got 2 ones.
Oh, 2 ones.
But I didn't roll it on the wild die. So
not on the wild die. Okay. I didn't even keep track of if I had a wild die or not. All right. I'll say, let's see. It's close. They're going to take a shot at you guys. There's a ship that's like kind of a security vessel that's shot. It went off from its duty. and they're going to take a shot at your vessel. I have not done space combat yet. So let's see here. We put some stats for the ship? I don't remember.
No, we didn't really work that out.
Let's see here. Let me do a little starfighter. Here.
I'm gonna have to get like a sheet for that. I don't know if like there's a design sheet for that.
Let me see. I did have a fire spray somewhere. I might have sent it in the Discord. Like it's been so long that things kind of got buried in the Discord.
Yep.
Let's see here.
You're back.
That's the AI player channel. Here we go. So you saw the Andor.
Oh yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah, I was having such a great time watching it. It's like, yeah. And it took me a while to realize that it was like a prequel to the Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah. I like how they're playing in that era. I like the Rebellion era.
Yeah.
It's like that's why I feel most nostalgic for that because well, they've obviously made the most movies about that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next game, let's see.
I'm not complaining. I love any era of Star Wars. So.
All right. Something went wrong there. D6 hologram. Follow. Okay. So here it is. I got it here. I'm gonna link it. Copy. That's the stats for the fire spray.
I had to go grab some water, guys. I'll be back.
Okay. So let's find what its attackers. My apologies, guys. I thought we were going to be doing more stuff on the other planet, so I'm a little bit kind of.
I don't know. I just noticed the thumbnail that you created. I think we're on the right track.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, that was the first picture I did for JoJo, and then I just widened the view. So let's see here. So that's I sent the stats to the fire spray. Let's see what can we have shooting. Actually, maybe something small. All right. D4 damage. Okay. Space range 1, 3. Okay. All right. Do you guys remember I guess the gun rules? So easy, medium, hard, I guess that is. Twin laser cannons. Fire arc front. Fire controlled. Oh, okay, so it's the person. 2D. So then I got gunner. Okay, grenades, buster, dodge, intimidate, 5D. I can't make him 5D, can I? Well, he's a gunner. All right. And then the ship gives you fire control 2D. So the range is space range 50. Oh, that's missiles. Let's see, 25. Okay. They're taking a shot at you. You guys are going really fast. So he's got 5D. And here's the red dice. Oh, God. 24.
That good a hit?
The red. Oh no. I assumed you guys were going far, so it's a kind of a hard. It was a long shot. So
Okay.
the 25 was the thing. I rolled 3 6s, a 3, and a 1. So that's 18, like 22 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it missed. All right.
It was a close one.
Yeah.
So you guys see this thing go by. You guys are heading out. And where were you astrogating to? Are you going back or forward towards Ossus? Or back towards Zanporalia? Or random place in space?
We were supposed to just basically do a quick jump and then come back to
Okay.
This particular
But where
location.
was that? Where was that quick jump to, though? I think is what he's asking.
So yeah, like even if it wasn't like all the way, the jumps are so that everything has like a shadow in the hyperspace universe. So you know that path towards Zamporalia is clear, and the path towards Ossus is clear, but you don't know if which just which one are you going to go towards.
Towards Ossus, I guess. Like
Okay.
break new ground and then come back.
But you're not going to go fully. You're just going to go for a little bit and then
Yeah.
try. Okay. All right.
Well, because we wanted to get this kid that's on this planet.
Yeah. So you're not going to stay too. You're not going to be gone too long then.
Yeah,
All right.
we're just trying to fake out. Like we don't even need to go far. Like I'm fine with like going just a little bit further than these people's scanners will detect us.
Okay.
and
So
coming
like
back.
like a micro jump.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's give it a certain difficulty. Like if you're over or under, we'll figure out like you were not far enough or too close or something like that if there's any complications. So let's give a astrogation roll just so you can time it right. So even like maybe. And you guys are kind of rushed. So okay.
Yeah. 15.
All right. I rolled poorly. 4, 10, 14. Aye. All right, you guys make it. You guys gotta, kind of just hit the button and kind of like, like 1,000, 2, 1,000 or whatever. You kind of mark it, and you're like far enough. I think the planet is kind of like off in the distance, and you don't hear any chatter, like anything like. Let's see. You'd be far enough that any kind of message would be hours. You'd be hearing things like it wouldn't like. You wouldn't hear any chatter from them, but you think you did it pretty well. You think it's pretty good.
Okay. When we come back, we're gonna try to basically track the rotation of the planet. So when we come back, we're not facing the base again. We're trying to come back on the opposite side of where that city was.
Okay.
Entry there.
Yeah. So let's see. One thing you could do. Let's see if is he may come in from the side of the sun or the side of the big planet. Like like how what was it? A Yavin that was like sort of coming in from around the planet, and they're like kind of hidden behind it.
Yep.
Like the Lagrange point or something like that.
Yeah. Like well, they like just like come in from like if you work your next jump to kind of be behind that planet. The planet there's a gas giant, and then in orbit is is the uh, is the arena with the on like a little desert planet, and the so if I guess if you change your jump trajectory, which it might be tough to like land to arrive at the like between you like have that big gas giant between you and the planet with the arena on it would probably work.
It's a solid plan.
All right, so I'm going to add a little extra. You'll probably make the jump no problem. It's just a matter of if you'll be visible behind it. Like if, and then I'm. All right, astrogation. I gotta. So, all right, roll your astrogation. I got 15, 16, 17, 18 or better.
Exactly 18.
Was it?
Exactly 18.
All right. Any complication?
Nope.
Nice.
All right. I rolled a 1 on my wild die. That I don't really it was for the target number, so you don't really do anything. But I'll let you guys have the tie. So you guys are hidden behind the planet. Let's see. So what are you guys going to do now?
Hide for a minute or two, and then back we go. Right?
Yeah. Let's try and come in on the dark side of the planet, and use the cover of darkness to move our way into a position where we can go on foot or by speeder to the location of this fight.
Okay. Let's see here. Anybody manning the sensors or anything? Laddie?
Yeah. What?
Anybody manning the sensors? Or
I couldn't do anything if I wanted to. It's like 2 dice.
What stat sensors under?
I think it's mechanical.
Oh, I can do a good roll with that. 4D.
Okay.
That's me and Laddie combined.
Okay.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, I rolled a 6 on the wild die. So let's see here, 6, 10, 11. So that'd be a 17. Do I roll the wild die again?
17. Yeah, you can roll the wild die again. No, is it, yeah, the wild. Yeah, if you 6 on the wild die, you roll again.
Yeah. Okay. So a total of 19.
There is a stealth craft that just came out of hyperspace. They're kind of where you were when you guys came out of hyperspace before, but you don't see any chatter. It looks like this craft was really hard to find. There's some kind of active stealth on it.
Okay, so we detected a stealth craft.
Mm-hmm. That just hyperspaced in. And it seems to be heading, kind of making its way around, kind of looks like it's trying to do what you guys just did. Head around to behind the planet to hide.
Huh. We've got company, Ackerman.
Okay.
It's detected a stealth craft. It's on our
You got weapons?
Here's us.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, do they have weapons, or did you say I have?
Your ship have weapons?
Other than what would be stock, I haven't done any upgrades.
We lost Omen. Probably got
No.
a phone call from his kid. So
Okay. So we have
let's see.
And you put in chat the
well, that's the
wiki
fire.
for it.
That's the fire spray. So it's probably got all its special upgrades that Django Fett did. Let's see what we'd have as its weapons. Passive capsule. Where's the weapons?
So its base thing is in Starships of the Galaxy,
Ah,
page 81. I used to have that essential guide to vehicles and vessels. I gave that and the character's guide to my nephew. You know, the old Del Rey ones.
Mm-hmm.
Starships of the
Kind of
Galaxy.
missed those. I was just looking at them on Amazon. You can still actually get them.
All right, so we'll use the base weapons. What does that have? Like
Weapons: 2 twin-mounted blaster cannons that fire separately.
Okay.
The ones you see in the movies. So it's a fire control 2D.
Okay. So that means you get two dice
Yeah, it's you.
on top of your like gunner skill or something.
I assume that would be under your dexterity
Gunner.
because that's what you're shooting.
Blasters, yeah.
It sounds like it. Gunner.
I can copy and paste this. I'll put it into chat.
Yeah, I have. It says at least it has the same weapon on the one I linked for the fire spray, but it has additional other things. So, but
These are the base weapons that I assume they all come with. Before like Boba went pimp my ride.
You'd think.
all right. So as you guys continue scanning the vessel and it's heading towards you, you get some visuals on it, and do you remember when you guys were in Zanforalia and you were looking for a spaceship to put the tracker on?
Yeah.
I told you there was a compact single person craft.
Yep.
That looked like a Republic make. It looks like that craft.
Hmm.
We got the damn Jedi on us.
Might be.
I think it's someone else we know.
Let's see.
Hope it's not Mama Gungan chasing after us.
Nah, she's not that subtle. Well, maybe.
Could be Rick trying to get the hell out of Dodge, though.
Well, should we blast them?
I'm going to see if I can sense who it is.
All right. Roll sense.
That's the most sensible thing I've heard all day.
Right? How many die you have for sense?
Just one right now.
I told you. I think I gave you more because it was sense and control for lightsaber. So I think I gave you another sense.
Okay, I'll make two then.
All right.
Snake eyes.
One of the wild eye.
Yes.
Let's see. What would you not sense? I guess you reach out.
When I bump my head on something and knock myself out.
You reach out with the force and let's see. No, I can't do that.
Omen's back. Let me.
As you reach out with the force, you do not sense anything there. but you've kind of like you feel like you've like in terms of like the force, you've like uncovered yourself, like you've now like exposed yourself. That's the feeling you're getting right now, like you've just been exposed as a force sensitive, at least.
Crap. You want to try communicating with him? Because I certainly can't.
Okay, you're referring to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Omen's iPad died. That's what happened.
Hmm. You sent us like a private message?
Yeah.
I'm just explaining why I was gone.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
But where did you see that message?
In the private chat restream.
I'm not seeing.
Scroll down. It's just below what Okay, so to update Omen, a ship has entered from hyperspace, similar in a spot where you guys came from, and it's very stealthy. Kafar has done a very good sensors check and was able to uncover it, but it seems to be not being detected by the Allied tie-in Krath facility, and it is heading towards you guys, kind of to do similar to kind of hide behind the planet. And now that you got visuals on it, it looks like the small fighter, the small one-person craft that was in the hangar at Zanparelia at Rix. And Vex has reached out with the Force and found nothing, but knows that now he's kind of exposed himself. All right, so you guys are talking about.
What we're trying to figure out is whether we're going to shoot on these guys, or this guy, or hail them. One or the other.
I'd hail him, and you could always shoot him later.
Yeah. Incoming vessel. You're on the same flight vector as us.
Ah, thank you. This is Telvar. Let me see his name. Sorry. Let me pull up my character setup here. Telvanar. I am. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out what he's been doing. He's been doing a couple of things. Know that. I'm trying to think what he'd say because based on what he knows. My apologies, guys. I thought you guys were going to be doing more stuff at the thing at Rick's, but so I wasn't as prepared.
Who are you?
I'm Telvanar. I've come from Zanparelia. I'm looking for the Wave Hopper. Keep on a coded frequency. I'll rendezvous. Yeah, I will rendezvous. I will rendezvous with you guys in about 15 minutes. I will not harm you.
Okay. Send me the coordinates where you want to meet. We can meet.
Let's see here. He shows you a flight vector that will take you through the kind of the magnetosphere of this gas giant, and onto the dark side of the planet, like where the night side of the planet that the station's at. Hopefully, in his like instructions, he says this will mask any signals and scramble there. The magnetosphere will keep them from sensing us, and then we'll land at this spot on the planet.
Okay. So I'll take that, and we'll utilize it, and we'll meet them.
All right.
Meet him.
You guys mind if I take a bathroom break?
Sure.
All right.
Hey, well, I'm not seeing where the private chat is anymore, guys.
It's on the lower left-hand side of the screen of the restream.
Uh-huh.
Just be able to click on it.
No, my screen, all my whole screen is totally different now since starting today.
Huh.
What's the icon look like?
Like a word bubble with a little lock on it, like a padlock.
No, see, I don't have
Happy
that.
face.
Oh, wait. Yeah, but I only see two messages from George and then yours about your twin-mounted blaster.
Nothing for a moment.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is. Of all people, I should be able to see the private messages, you would think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, I'm back. So let's see here. All right, so you guys kind of fly in. It's a clear sky. It's a night over kind of a rocky desert area. You don't hear any detections. Well, maybe I should roll something, shouldn't I? It's a hard roll. Okay, so you guys land. You guys got it's nighttime. It's a little cold. He lands at kind of it's actually a rocky area. There's no, and you kind of find the nearest clearing that you could land at. So you guys are a little bit apart from each other, maybe a few thousand feet from each other. So, maybe about 1,000 feet from each other. So it's kind of a bit of a walk to get to each other, but there's just no other place to land specifically in that area. That was big enough for your ship. His ship was a little easier to find a spot, but so let's see here. So
I'll put down the landing ramp.
I will let Cal know that I think this guy's a little more force sensitive than I am.
Okay.
Might be.
So you got to be on guard. What I was thinking of doing, we'll put down the landing, the gangway or whatnot, put it down.
The force is strong with this one.
And then look through basically a scope and make sure that, this mystery party has come down his ramp and is a good ways towards us before we depart the ship. So we don't go walking halfway across the distance and then him just turn his ship on us and shoot us.
Okay. Yeah, you see a man kind of dressed in sort of nice clothes, because everybody's kind of dressed at Zamporelia pretty nice. And he's got kind of a Lando Calrissian kind of cape, and you just see him strutting. Doesn't seem to be carrying any weapons or heavy blasters or anything. Maybe something small, but it would be concealed. But you don't see any big weapons in his hands or anything like that.
He's got some Bespin drip going on.
Yeah.
Nice.
So all you guys going out, or just one of you guys, or
Yeah.
all right?
Come on, laddie. Let's get some sun.
Should I stay with the ship in case there's trouble? He may be less intimidated if it's just one person in the droid than the whole
Yeah,
party.
yeah. That's a good
We
idea.
have boxes to move. Fantastic.
All right. Oh gosh, I gotta think of what's gonna happen now. Let's see here. He kind of waves. He's like, "Hail, good sir, Telvanar. I am here, humble importer exporter, and I am here to find a ship that I've insured called the Wave Hopper.
What do you want with it?
I want to get it back to its owner. A Tessa Vorn.
Not familiar with the name.
Let's see. Well, why are you guys here?
Well, we're looking for the pilot of the Wave Hopper.
Ah, yes.
So maybe we could help each other out.
Maybe. So,
And it just so happens, and I show my data pad with the commercial. Our friend is calling himself the Wave Hopper, or maybe someone just gave him that name. But it seems like an odd coincidence.
does seem odd as well. These. It seems like this is a very, 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 what do you call them? Insidious group.
Underground?
Underground and above ground. It looks like people think these are all volunteers and stuff, and sometimes they are, but it looks like that's.
Well, I expand the image and point to the little gadget on his neck, and I'm saying that doesn't look
No.
standard issue.
Yeah, it does not, and his opponent is ferocious. So he kind of looks. Are you carrying the crystals or anything?
Yeah, I don't leave home without them.
Okay. He goes, now I remember you. You're associate of Rick's. A very, I would almost say his protege, perhaps.
I've not thought of myself as such, but
Yeah,
like
Rick
port
in training. Many of us have made compromises in our lives.
Dangerous times we live in.
Very dangerous. Well, yes, the Mandalorians are a big threat. A threat to the balance of the galaxy. And I think such a place like this would be a big event, very advantageous to the Mandalorians. I think Allied tie-in and this Crucible will probably work, or probably are helping helping the Mandalorians as well. And he kind of like pulls his cape back, and you see his lightsaber. Kind of casually. It wasn't like, tapping the lightsaber or anything. He just kind of like, my cape is kind of bugging me. It's a little.
Mm-hmm. So how do you suggest we proceed?
Well, I think stealth is probably the best way. I think it seems like this facility is secret, but there are some of the some people that are amongst the Allied Allied Tie-in's biggest clientele, uh, their VPs and their people that are running their company and their subsidiaries seem to have like special access to here. I don't know how they do it. They probably have some kind of encoded hyperspace signal of some kind that lets them get here. And they do broadcast from here. A lot of it seems to match the images of past broadcasts. So it looks like this is their secret broadcast facility. Now we need to. That young boy is Mr. Jojo. He's like you and me.
In over his head.
In over his head, yes. The poor kid. Let me just move for a second. Hold on. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, if I can get close enough to him, I think I can yank that thing out of his neck.
He's more force sensitive. It's probably riskier than anything.
Well, just just pull it out from a distance, if you know what I mean. Although I'm concerned that his only chance of surviving the battle might be because of it. If his opponent's the badass that this gentleman says, then the kid's only chance might be the implant.
I'm wondering why the implant. Does it augment his force abilities to give him some kind of a advantage in fighting?
I'm thinking it's probably more likely just a straight up, combat drug or something. Like I said, Bane, so that, and quite possibly also some sort of form of like a shock collar or retaining bolt for a biological to make him do what he's told, and then they toss him in the ring and hope for the best.
Yeah.
He can give.
All right.
Have you seen anything like this? I pointed the device on the kid's neck, on the image of the tablet. Do you have any idea what that does exactly?
It's a pain inducer. Looks like just from remote pain inducer. Just hit a button and inflicts pain when he doesn't behave. It also seems to probably have some kind of adrenaline drip for them, like something to make them more aggressive.
So it could be his only fighting chance is that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to look at the image of his opponent. Does his opponent have one as well?
No, he doesn't need one. It looks like from our records, he's a champion, and he is a, what do you call them? He's of a Anzat. It's a kind of a vampiric species. They live on fear, emotions, negative memories, and then they absorb the memories of those who they defeat, who they kill. So he's got basically the memories of all his opponents' skills.
No, the kid's screwed.
That was the guy smoking the cigarette in the cantina, wasn't it? Like the really fine cigarette that was wearing the white suit. I think in the first Star Wars movie was an Anzat.
I think so.
Like a vampire.
It's got weird little tendrils that come out of their cheek.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
So
we may have to use ion, if we could have a pistol with ion capacity or an ion grenade. We could toss that at him at the last moment to disable his control mechanism, so we can grab him and get out. If he can't help us, and I don't think he's going to help us if he's under some form of control.
Yeah.
He won't be able to help us.
Well, I was thinking of using, the force to just yank the implant out of his body.
Are you telling us to tell Ilar of Anar?
Oh yeah, you two are just basically talking together, and I'm not even there.
Well, right? You can probably hear through my headset.
Oh, okay, so I can talk to you then.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out there without having a full headset and mic, and I just leave it on so you can hear what he says.
He says the implant looks a little close to the jugular.
It's like a slave collar.
One of those types
that yank out, kill you, or blow up, blow the head off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shit. But you have a way with electronics and the force. Like before, you've used the force to disable something. I remember you disabled something's mechanism.
Yeah, I might be able to, make it malfunction in a good way.
Or we should put a whole lot of bets on the other guy, and then if we take it out and accidentally kills him, we make a bunch of money.
That's the optimistically pessimistic outlook. Sure.
He goes, well, he tells Shadow, the boy is like us. He might have a few tricks up his sleeves.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just worried that he doesn't have enough tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah. He has a very unique talents, but not as many in the fighting world. But he grew up in a tough way. Amongst some tough people.
Yeah, we need a lot more than marshmallow stars and rainbows right now. You probably didn't mean those kinds of tricks.
And I think what they want what's in that boy's head.
Funny way of getting it.
Yeah.
Better not let them know that we have everything that's in his copy of everything that's in his head, or it was.
Well, he shows you a data chip and says, "I got this from Rick recently." So some friends will be on their way.
Okay.
You guys made a copy, remember? So he sold it to somebody. So you're getting the impression that it looks like the chip that you gave to Rick.
So Rick's already moved it, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that'd probably be a good time to do something with our copy. Not wait too long.
Not wait too long, but I don't think this is the time or the place for that just yet. I want to get the kid out of here.
Yep.
And
yeah, the Telvalar goes, I think if they're probably not expecting anything from anybody to approach from the planet. So if we can just get ourselves to to where their landing field is, close enough, at least, and then present ourselves as some of the VIPs that they have here, or as a gladiator, or as a slaver.
Yeah, I'm not going in that ring. Laddie, you feel like going in the ring?
What ring?
That's what I thought.
They do have some fire, or is it the
They do have some rock
ring. Is it?
It's the Rock'em Sock'em robots. The
I am not programmed for combat.
Well, could you lift the other robot?
Well, of course I could lift the other robot.
Well, it's technically boxing.
Wow.
I'm going to say what I did that last time. They said, well, who do you worship? I'm like, Elmira, lover of animals. I'm just going to hug him until he stops moving. Till he just accepts all the love I give her.
Cool. So, what I'm thinking is I'm going to try to come up with some stuff for the facility and stuff. Do you guys mind stopping here, or we can?
No, it's okay.
This is
I
where you
apologize. I thought we were going to have more stuff on Zanparalia, so like I was going to have you meeting this guy before, but
Well, where do you feel comfortable is the real question.
I wouldn't mind stopping here, and then we can come up. You guys can come up with some ways of coming in, maybe you guys want to not follow with this guy, and I can elaborate a little more on what's going on because I got to figure out now what everybody's been doing back at. I have kind of in my head what different characters are doing. Some of them you haven't met because you guys kind of went straight out. So I figured like this guy was supposed to be kind of met at either Rick's or even at the other city investigating. But I figured he's looking for the wave hopper because he knows Tessa Vorn, and they put a tracker on the wave hopper before he left. So that's why he's out here. But
logistically, though, say he's the one who causes a distraction, and then we get JoJo out aboard our ship, because I don't think he's going to be in any condition to pilot his own ship out. So the thing is, we need to have someone who can get aboard the wave jumper or whatever to get it out, as well as the fella who came in his own craft, unless he's going to abandon his craft or set it to autopilot to come home or something.
Yeah,
then we're short pilots in this plan.
I see.
So
yeah, I think Tel Vinar is kind of using. Well, I don't want to say he's less interested in the wave hopper than he's more interested in He's more interested in JoJo. He's just using it as an he was trying to see what you guys were doing, and then he realized he remembers Shadow from Rick's, and his interest seems to be he doesn't like the Krath. I mean the Crucible and Allied tie-in. He sees them as potential allies or probably actual allies of the Mandalorians.
Okay. So logistically, we're going to plan this whole thing around he causes the distraction, we make the extraction.
Okay.
But as far as trying to get JoJo's ship off or how the other guy's going to get off planet, I'll leave that up to him. We just want to get JoJo off planet.
Get him on our ship. Because I have a feeling he's actually a good guy. This is between PCs, not NPC. I think he's more of a good guy than we are.
JoJo, yeah, like
no, the other guy,
Tel Vinar, yeah, Tel Vinar. Well, you can roll if you want to roll again now that you're up close to him. Roll your sense.
Yeah, please. 9.
You get Jedi vibes from him, but he's done a few compromising things.
Who amongst us hasn't?
Yeah. He's like
I mean, if he was, not, I get the feeling he'd be wearing, I don't know, all black, and he definitely wasn't.
Force corruption.
Picturing him wearing like light blue or something, as opposed to black, gray, or more black.
Yeah. So yeah, he's you do feel like he's not only like he has force training, and like you do, like you feel like he's a
He's
Jedi.
got a lightsaber. I don't even have one of those yet.
Yeah,
I got this broken flashlight.
you guys can now pull the pop the window out if you stay in the atmosphere.
Oh yeah. I don't think my pal here would take too kindly to that. And just saying, I do want to get home. I don't want to spend the rest of my career here
Mhm.
because I know I would end up in the arena.
Oh, I didn't realize that you were that short with a big head.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make your finger glow?
E.T.
Yeah. Actually, I think that was in one of the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the Senate scene. There was a plant. There was one of the little like floaty ships in the Senate.
Yeah.
Was them.
So we all good for next Saturday?
Should be.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had fun. I hope everybody else out there in TV land did. I know my friends here had a lot of fun. Although I'm a little less sure about Omen because he wasn't here so much. But I, just
We have to
teasing.
find a.
Well, though, I actually have to laugh because he was like, "You don't play a stupid character." I'm like, "Oh no, Laddie's been doing like everything except Are you gonna sneak in? No, I'm just gonna walk right in."
I think that's how you're getting into the facility. You're just going to be like loading boxes of like
Yeah,
camera.
and we're in the boxes. We'll just be in the boxes.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, perfect.
That works out. It's just, do you know what you're loading? No, this is just my job. It's like being the bender robot. I just bend. No, you're one of several.
Frostbite makes too much noise.
That's right. Well, sometimes I have to laugh because this is absolutely true. Is I have gotten more places. Of course, I was supposed to be there, but like no one asks anything if you put on a hard hat and a safety vest and a clipboard. You're like, oh, you have all the PPE? Yeah, go right on in. You're like, well, I'm looking for so and so. And they're like, here, just go right over here. Shouldn't there be some vetting somewhere?
What's up, nerdy?
Hey, nerdy.
Yeah. It's just the weirdest thing about how people can get through stuff without.
Yeah.
Hell, I did that actually. I don't know. It was one of the intelligence groups. I'm like, okay, it says like warning, you'll be shot. So like, try going over there, and like everyone's just ignoring me, like I don't exist. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to find someone. They're just like, yeah, go over here, go over there. Like, oh my god, this is our security.
Yeah, it's weird too because I've noticed a distinct. I have to keep telling my wife, when we go out somewhere, because she keeps saying, "Do I look okay? Do I look all right?" And I'm like, "Nobody cares." But my this or my that, and I'm like, "Nobody cares." We've long passed that era where people care. Unless you're going to some big Hollywood gala, nobody freaking cares. I mean, I'm watching people show up to the store in their pajamas and Crocs. You know what I mean? And
They
stuff.
used to contain them in the People of Walmart videos, but they seem to have spilled out into every facet of reality.
Yeah. Well, as my son will wear Crocs everywhere.
We're going to Costco, and you name it, it runs the gamut of the way people are dressed, except like they're going to church or something. That you never see people, in a suit and tie unless it's in or out of the office. You know what I mean? It's completely gotten beyond casual dress.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the attitudes, are also aligned in that sort of, they're just like their own little world, their own focus, and everybody else and everything else is. I was at Costco yesterday, getting my eyes checked so I can get some reading glasses. And they've got the little ticket system. You pull a ticket with a number. This guy is standing right near the front desk, right? And I noticed him. I'm like, nobody's helping him. He's just standing there. And the lady behind him, is calling out numbers. And I'm like, okay, I got number 11. And she goes, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm like, and nobody comes up. So I go and go, I'm number 11. She's like, all right, cool. And then like 5 minutes later, that guy is bitching out some cashier or whatever Nobody's called my number. Nobody's called my number. And then he calls freaking, customer service while he's inside the building to complain. And I'm like, dude,
What number did he have?
I heard the lady, she's attending me.
Yeah.
She said all the numbers, including your number, but you were too busy off in space. And then he's just being the biggest douche nozzle you can imagine about it. Well, talking to the manager, is this the way it's always done? Typical Karen behavior from a guy who looked like he worked, construction or some kind of, that kind of a job or whatnot.
Mhm.
Just being a total, yeah.
I don't understand that myself. I'm always trying to be
He wasn't-
nice to the
He
people.
was in his own
And-
little world.
Yeah.
The one thing he should have been paying attention to wasn't, and it was almost, for us it was comical, except for the way he was being, abusive to complete strangers who weren't even within 1,000 feet of him when when the numbers were being called. Just like people just
A lot of people are in a fog.
mhm, got their little blinders on and only
Well, and if you mess up, then it's like, hey, I'm sorry, I thought that you called my number. Most times they're like, oh, okay, yeah, if you have one of these earlier numbers, then here, we'll take you. Yeah.
And there were plenty of people to attend him and everything. It wasn't crowded or anything. And you'd think it was, for Black Friday, but not that many people wanting to get glasses on Black Friday. And I mean, he was right at the freaking counter watching the numbers click practically. I'm
Oh,
like, well, where, and then blaming it on other people.
When's the last time you guys had like a Black Friday that was like felt like the ones we had in the 90s? Like
Oh,
the ones
you
where,
know,
like,
I,
everything was just rolled out for it, just like stacks of deals.
No,
and just
it
everybody
was.
planned.
It had to have been in the early 2010s or so.
that's when I did it. Is I actually went to Walmart early because I wanted to pick a PS3
Yeah,
up.
man.
And
Consoles and TVs were always my like Black Friday go-tos.
Yep.
Well,
This
well, I
one
mean,
was like it
they-
wasn't
they-
even a Black Friday.
but I mean, it was Black Friday, and I actually went in there, and they had certain things blocked off from Walmart. I said, "Hey, I'm just here to shop for some food, also." And I saw the people going nuts over things. I mean, to be honest, the stuff that I cared about was like I got some movies, for $5 when they'd normally be 10, and then
Yep.
no one's going for the PS3s, which I thought was weird. I went right up there because I guess they didn't have them out, so I just went around. And I'll say this much: it's kind of weird, if people talk about all the craziness. Well, it took like an hour to go through the line after we're done. But man, I was talking to the people in front of me, behind me. We were having a good old time because there's nothing else to do. And so I didn't have that too much. But, my son was 6 or 7, and we went to like the door busters at Best
Yep.
Buy.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like no one there. It was just like my son and myself walking in like,
Not like it
okay.
used to be, eh? Like nobody gets all worked up. So many people just like buy stuff online or do their Amazon Black Friday.
Yeah, I think
Cyber Monday.
it was so like such a non-event that they're probably going to have to rethink their whole strategy
Yeah.
to the point where Black Friday just goes back to meaning what it used to mean and not being like the consumer freaking Mad Max freaking rollerball
Mega event.
freaking tag team freaking event that it used to be. Because I remember quite a few where we stood in many a line on a Friday to get in this store or that store, do this thing or do that thing.
America has really pioneered full contact consumerism more than any other nation on the planet.
But
Those early videos of just them stampeding in and just a wave of people, like a zombie movie going over top of the staff and everything.
Wasn't it Jingle All the Way that made fun of that, for the movie? I will say this much though, is I went, I saw some crazy people that went for stuff, but I just like, okay, I'm going to evade, but I never went for the big ticket items that they're trying to get everyone at the door.
No, there've been a couple of times where where we went after a big ticket item, and I can't even remember whether we were successful or not. But it was like any other day, yesterday.
Yeah, I to be fair, is I spent way too much on a lot of things, and then some things I wanted, like I looked for sales, and generally the sales for like RPGs are going to be in June and Black Friday. I was like, oh, okay, so I've been looking for the sales for that, and I'm like, okay, I pick up this. Well, I'll go pick up this. I'll go pick up that, and some of them they're already at their lowest price anyway. Unless they're trying to get rid of things, and yeah, I some of them I'm just like, okay, what's a good deal, and that's all I I do watch prices during certain times of year, so I got a fair number of the VTTs.
I think it's going to
Every
be more
23
of a Cyber Monday thing from now on.
maybe, but they did Cyber Monday, and then they moved it forward. And then I noticed Amazon started last Friday,
Mm-hmm.
not like yesterday, but the Friday before.
Yep.
And I mean, I looked at some stuff, and like I bought my mother a combi microwave oven, so because she doesn't need the full sized oven. I said, Mom, this will work a lot better for you. You don't have to clean a big oven or anything. So she was quite happy. But yeah, I mean, I even went into the AT&T store because I needed a new phone because my phone was dying, like really dying. Like I couldn't even take photos with it anymore. And we went on Wednesday. I ordered the
Oh, hey,
phone.
nerdy.
It had delivered yesterday, and there's almost no one there. I
Hey,
mean,
what's up, nerdy?
Howdy,
there were a few
howdy.
people. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh, which reminds me. Speaking of which, did you get your Palladium, whatever,
I haven't
Christmas?
been able to get it yet.
Okay,
I
because I
haven't.
know that's. I saw an email that talked about, hey, this is time to do it.
I actually went a couple of weeks ago and looked at the Palladium site, and I couldn't see that there'd been a new book in like a decade.
I thought they had a few of the Rifts ones, but
I didn't notice anything that I didn't already have, or that was like brand new to me that I'd never heard of.
well, I aren't they working in Antarctica? There's
Oh,
a couple others I thought. I will say as much as I'm waiting for my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff to come in.
Oh,
So
cool! I didn't even know that
that's
was
their
coming out.
yeah. Right
yeah.
now, that's
Go ahead.
right now that's what is being focused on is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Redux.
It apparently landed, and it's supposed to be shipped out within the next week. Over the next month. And I got a couple of things, and some of it was I finally remember the game when I was a kid, and it's not as I don't have to worry about all the meta plot and everything else with Rifts. It's like, okay, it's its own thing. We'll focus on that. And, yeah, so I mean, I'll look at it. It's hopefully I know that Max Liao was doing his stuff on that. I think he was going over it, but I'm just waiting for my copies. I got a couple for my friend. You know, and you have to look at how long. What was it? What was the Kickstarter? 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago?
Something like that.
Did you get that, nerdy? Or
No,
did you
no.
Literally, okay. I'm on their site right now.
Yeah.
Nothing new for Heroes Unlimited
Okay.
in a decade. I'm going to Riffs.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna get heading out.
All right. Well, you take care.
I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Right, see ya.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. Thanks,
Thanks,
George.
Tony. Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely fun.
Oh yeah, love coming back to Star Wars.
You no kidding, right?
See you.
Take care, man.
Let's see. I'm looking at it. Okay, digital PDFs.
Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of Rifts books.
Right. Yeah.
Quite a few, actually. I'll take that back.
I was like, I don't know exactly when stuff came out, but like I know that they had a whole the Coalition War thing.
Yeah, I have all that.
I'm missing the first book.
Let me see. Well, let's see. I'm going to look at this because I don't know what the dates are for some of these. I'm going to try looking at Palladium and Drive Through because that will usually give a date.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's like 12 new Rift books in the last 10 years. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Uh, at least. Conversion books.
Oh man, the PDFs are. I mean, I'm just looking at the Rift's Ultimate Edition. It says normally
Okay, nothing
$47.
there.
Like for a PDF, ouch.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not trying to, it's again, it's not my
no,
thing anymore. But let's see, they've got the Ultimate Edition RPG, the Game Masters. I'm trying to look at that. What was the Rift's Book of Magic? When was that date? Doo-doo-doo.
yeah, I've got that.
Oh, that's in 2017. Yeah, a lot of these are 2018. So yeah, they've got a few. Yeah, it's most of the Rift stuff.
Yeah.
And then they have the Yin Sloth Jungles. When did that come out for their PDF for second edition? Well, that was last year. So, I guess they are bringing some of the stuff out for the, like I said, the Palladium Fantasy. It looks like they brought out a couple of books within the last year. Or maybe they're just reprints. That happens a lot of times. Hey, we're doing the second edition versus the first edition. And that's always hard. Sometimes you get, are you really getting value from it, even though it fixes stuff? And that's always a question about it. Yeah, it looks like everything from the second edition that came out. So, but
there may be a couple of fantasy books, but I never really. I mean, I got like a crap ton of them, and didn't look back.
Let's see. Garden of the Gods was 2021, 2019.
And there's a bunch of Dead Rain books too.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure Nerdy is all about. Did you ever run Nightbane there, Nerdy? Nerdy?
I don't know. He clicked off. Who knows?
Because there's like 4 new Nightbane books.
The only Nightbane I know was the the undead dragon that you fight in Karazhan in World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay.
That was a fun fight.
I never got into World of Warcraft. I saw my friends just get sucked up into it, and I think I burned out.
I'm in Nerdy's Dead Rain game. I believe we're playing this Thursday, right?
I think you're muted.
I don't see the mute icon for him.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay, so just looking at new to old for all of the books. Yeah, the Yin Sloth Jungles, Titan Robotics. I'm not sure Beyond the Supernatural Creature feature. Looks like they're redoing the Nightbanes, but at least
testing.
You are Nerdy.
Yeah, you're good. What happened, Nerdy?
I don't know. It just all of a sudden my camera decided to quit working, and then I tried to fix it, and there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're playing this Thursday, right?
What's that? Yes, we're playing this Thursday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, they've done a few within the last 5 years, which is good.
I think what they seem to be focused on is trying to kind of, I don't want to say update, but for a lack of a better word, update their game.
Well, I think that
I noticed like a lot of new covers for old books, which means they revised them.
Yeah.
Well, that was my complaint for a lot of it is they really needed. I mean, come on, it's the same thing that was about a copy and paste from 40 years ago. Yeah, at a certain point, it's like, look, you need to and I guess that was Sean, was it Robertson? Or anyway, they need to redo some of it to make it more streamlined and cleaner.
My problem isn't with the game itself. Obviously, I wouldn't love it so much. It's with the with the layout. And I think
right.
that's
Well,
what
no,
they're
that's what I
trying to
mean.
fix.
That's what I mean.
And you're right. They do a lot of copy paste, but if what they copy isn't right, it's
Right.
still pasted. So it's like a flaw that gets duplicated throughout the system. A mistake that gets duplicated throughout the system because they just copy and paste, and it's just.
I thought that's what Sean Robertson was going to be working on, is to slowly update those to bring them up to a modern standard of layout and stuff like that, which I know he did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or at least that's what he said he was doing. So
yeah, well, he's working on it,
but you have a lot of stuff there to do. So,
yeah. But the thing is like, especially Simbita,
yeah,
he doesn't want to like change it to where it's like a whole new system. He wants to keep the old system there.
Yeah, but well, I don't mean that. I just meant, look, you can keep an old system there because people obviously like it and play it. But I mean, you can do a lot of stuff as far as which was my main complaint with the book, was especially, it reminds me of looking at like some of the AD&D stuff, and you look at how people were redoing BX, and you can tell that, at the time, a lot of people were not copy editors and things like that. And now people have really upped their game for that. That's what I mean by that is it's not that you have to change the system, but you can make it, and I don't know about what they're doing there. I just look at like what Monty Cook has done, where we're talking about hyperlinks, internal hyperlinks on your PDFs, your, references here, references there, so you're not flipping through the book back and forth all the time. I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, you go over there and it says, see page 45, for more detail on like knife fighting or something. It's like, oh, okay. You know where to flip. But if you just put it in one place and talks about knife fighting, but you can't find the knives, you have to flip everywhere back and forth. That's what gets frustrating because it's not well laid out.
It's like the saving throws.
Yeah.
Where it's not in the contents. It's not. It's this little square on a page that seems to be like, why is it here? It should be over here, and that's my thing. Is like whenever you go, that's one thing. Like I especially agree with Max Leal with is whenever you go for like character creation, it should read like
step 1,
VCR,
step 2,
VCR
step
instruction
3.
manuals, and at the end of it, you should have a fully function. You should be able to go step by step, and at the end have a fully functional, ready to play character.
Well, the other part is and I see this for other systems. What's really nice is if you can put in the cover, you're kind of what you would put in a DM screen, and your front and back. You either put a map in there or put your, the inside cover, like your main tables. Like, what are my saving throws? Boom. Oh, what am I?
All the old books used to have, 3 to 10 pages of all the charts in the back of the book.
Somewhere. But I'm just saying, in modern ones that they either put in the front or the back, or they put a map, in the front cover. That's what I'm just saying. It was just one of those that need to be done. Back in the 70s, and 80s, we really didn't know any better, but now everyone's doing it, and so now it just becomes a lot more obvious of what needs to be done, and you can feel like when something's just okay. People have to put a lot more work into it. Don't get me wrong, with computers it makes it easier, but on the flip side, you have to put in more work in those little details. You can, what is it? The last 5 or 10% takes up 80% of your time. So anyway, that's what I was trying to say. Is my hope is that Sean's able to work with that, and to be fair, Kevin's getting up there in age, so he just doesn't have that enthusiasm. I mean, he'd rather be on the creative side, I think, than on the money making side at this point.
And in Kevin's defense, it's like everybody's like, "Oh, he's so lawsuit happy. You got to be careful." I mean, he did get pretty burned there.
Well, it's
the company. I mean, It was before my time. I don't know
Yeah, that
what
was
full
decades
details.
ago. When was it Eric Wujikic did it, or was it the other guy?
I think it is the other guy because he and Eric had from my understanding, he and Eric had a good relationship right up until the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rick passed away. Yeah.
So
I
Well,
know
no,
there
no, no. The,
was,
the lawsuit I thought was there were two things that happened to him. There was a lawsuit where people were putting PDFs online, and he was really lawsuit happy about some of that. So, well, it was actually Gygax was the same way. Most of these people were lawsuit happy early on without realizing, I guess, until
guys. I gotta go let the dog out. I'll be right back.
all right.
I mean, like third edition really realized that the OGL actually helped the system out more when you allowed individuals to make supplementary products for your game. Um, if you're the sole source of the only person that's making adventures, then it's a little bit different than, like I said, 3E when they did the OGL. I remember D&D basically dying. Like people weren't even putting a lot of stuff on the shelves in the later 90s. And then when they did the OGL, I remember going in like, what was it, 2007 or 2008, like, what the hell? I'm just seeing like rows of third edition books. I'm like, wow. And I think that's what they're beginning to realize is that if you can allow third party creators to effectively support your system by creating adventures and stuff like that, it really does help your sales as well. Plus, market share does have something. If you have 40 people playing Palladium, then guess what? Those people will buy Palladium because they have enough friend groups in there. Whereas if you don't have anyone playing it, and I think in the 90s, I just did World of Darkness. Like, all the stuff we're doing with the Star Wars, I did not realize on how many supplements they had. The same thing with MERP and everything else. I was just amazed. And that was, and we'll see. I spent way too much money this weekend, so part of me wants to buy the D6 Planet of the Apes because Shadow's been showing it off. They look really good for the bucks. The other part of me goes, why? Why would I get this? So. Nothing against it. It's just but it runs the same D6 system. But they've probably updated on how easy it is to read and everything else. I think that's where it's come down to. It is. It was much more of the Wild West when we were kids, as far as layout and fonts and consistency. But yeah. And nowadays you look at it like, wow, it's just, and we'll see. Like I said, I hope that it works out. If Sean has the time to update books, I think that's always good. If you do good, if you do really good, like we said, formatting and stuff like that, I don't mind buying books if they've been reformatted and they're good. What I mind is when they basically just rehash it, change 2 rules, and then expect you to buy the new edition, and it has the same flaws the original did.
That's what turned me off to D&D is like every time I started to get books for one edition, they'd pop out another edition with different rules or something, and then I'd have to get that because that's what everybody was playing, and I don't.
Well, to be fair, and I'm not trying to knock it, is D&D came out with a new edition. Well, we're not going to include BX and stuff, but first edition ran for 10 years. Second edition ran for 12 or 13 years. Third edition ran for 8 or 9 years. Fourth edition died, in like 3 years. And fourth edition, I think its biggest problem with D&D was they should have called it Dungeons and Dragons Tactics and used it like a skirmish war game rather than trying to say, hey, this is a role-playing game. I think they would have done really well done.
It's like I hear all these people argue about, well, this edition's better than that. And this is why this edition sucks and that edition sucks. But this edition is better than that one because of this. And it's like, I mean, it's the whole car issue over again. Ford is better than Chevy and Chevy's better than Toyota. You know what? They're all internal combustion engine vehicles with 4 wheels and go vroom.
I will say this much though. But how often do you want one to break? But I mean, there is that. But no, some of it is what is the learning curve. As much as we talk about stuff, is like D6 Star Wars has a low learning curve. It really does. It's you can go look at some of the stuff. It's like, well, what's the weapon damage? Weapon, armor. Here's the attacks. It's an elegant system. It really is, for what you expect.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of dice. You have to get this number above, and as long as you get a basic idea of what number you need, the D6 Star Wars works really well. It does.
I think the Planet of the Apes is going to be very similar to that.
Well, you said it's the same system, so yeah.
It seems really, really simple.
Well, and how do I want to put this? When the target numbers are fairly easy and they're set out, 5, 10, which is basically what D&D did with their DC system. This is after the fact, but they're doing a D20, whereas we're rolling. We do have a curve, which basically is every die adds on the average about 3.5. So if you have 4 dice, odds are you're going to roll a 14 or above half the time, and you can go, oh, okay. It gives you an idea of like how tough and how skilled you are. As long as you start, and I do think second edition Star Wars did a good thing by limiting like stats, so Ewoks don't have like 8 in their strength stat.
The Planet of the Apes is even more so. Even like through improvement, you can only go up 1 die.
Okay.
So you're. I mean, you got to think about it because I just watched all 5 movies. Nothing really crazy goes on unless you're a mutant using psychic powers. You're really not going to be, leaping tall buildings in a single bound kind of thing. It's just really kind of, normal 70s movie kind of, action, punch, shoot, kick, jump, run. That's it.
Well, Star Wars is a deadly system if you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you have more armor and stuff, but
and lightsabers that cut through anything, and force powers and a lot more. It's a higher power kind of genre.
Sure. Yeah. But I meant like a 46 weapon, and if you don't have armor or your armor's bad, and your strength isn't that high, like on average you're going to start with a 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 4d6 you're going through, and what is it? If you get like one, you get your the roll 2 above or so, you get stunned. I mean, it can be real fast, very deadly if you aren't careful. So yeah, I'm still trying to decide if I want to buy it. I like, well, that's
it's one of those things. For me, it was I've been waiting 45 years.
Sure.
So yeah, you really have it's not like Star Wars where the audience is huge. Over half of the Planet of the Apes audience is dead. So there's
I don't know. I mean, I to be fair, because I know you're about 5 or 6 years older than I am, but I still remember having the Planet of the Apes lunchbox. Yep. They played Planet of the Apes all the time they played it all the time. Star Wars was an event whenever they put it on television, but mm-hmm. Planet of the Apes was like, hey, it's another Planet of the Apes.
Well, no, to be fair, during there was a part of the 70s, because the movies came out, the first movie came out when I was born, but during the 70s, it was kind of an event prior to 77 because there wasn't nothing else.
I maybe it was in there because I remember it just being played frequently.
After a certain point, you're right. It was just a Friday night movie of the week kind of thing. It was no big event.
Yeah, like 80s on, there was like always those. You always had the reruns of something. We'd have like I didn't watch Star Trek originally. I saw it like on Channel 11 on like a Saturday afternoon or something, and like Abbott and Costello, and then sometimes Planet of the Apes would be on.
Oh, I'm going to say this much though: I haven't sat down to watch the new movies, but apparently,
I know I watched like the first one. I didn't like it. The one with Tim Roth in it, where he played an ape, and I'm like trying to figure out which ape he was, and I was like, Yeah, this is like a Tim Burton version, so wasn't a big fan. I will eventually watch them.
No. That was the one where they not only did they have the Tim Roth, I think they also had as a cameo was Charlton Heston in that one. But that was in the early
And it
2000s.
wasn't like Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg was in it.
yeah. No. I'm talking about the one that's it's the one in the 2010s.
Mhm.
Those they've done like 5 or 6 of them so far.
Yeah, one of them I saw the commercial. I'm like, I want to see that, but then
I've got HBO Max. Why am I not watching it? Is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
But there's that. I need to but no, that's what I mean by that. It's not. There is something to be said about the very first one. I still think it's a great movie.
It absolutely is. I watched the making of, and it had all 5 movies. But the making of, like it was like a 2 hour the making of all the movies, and like the first movie they gave it like 30 or 40 minutes, and by the
Yeah.
end, like the last movie, it was less than 10 minutes.
Well, what gets me
Kind
about
of
it
like the
was
budget.
well, yeah, the budget when they started doing at first they did a lot of the makeup and stuff. The second one, it was just we just did for the main characters. It was just a mask for the background characters. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but then it just got worse and worse. And I know you loved it, but man, once I got past about the second or third movie, I was like, no, I'm
You know
done.
what? I actually, I was bagging on the last movie, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes,
Yeah,
but when I rewatched it just like last week, it I had I was able to pick up little details, and it technically I thought it took place like way later, but no, it actually takes place right after Caesar takes over and everything, and it made a lot more sense, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It was still the weakest link in the
yeah.
5 movies, but it wasn't as horrible as I thought. And from now on, I will watch. I will even watch that one. I may even watch the TV series just to see how bad that was, but I won't watch the cartoon because even as a kid, I went, "This is crap." I
Well, the
hate.
problem is with cartoons.
But there was a
was
TV show playing
Yeah,
the Apes.
yeah,
Oh,
I
that
did
must
not
have been
know
what I was
this.
watching as a kid, also. Yeah, but no, the
yeah.
cartoons. I hate saying this back in the day because they put those stupid codes on them. They were never as cool as they could be, and it wasn't until anime came in where they actually allowed characters to die and they would allow
Yeah.
blood that it
Yeah,
was like,
it
oh
was
god,
funny. I remember as a kid, there was like a Saturday morning big commercials for the Planet of the Apes cartoon, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great! New Planet of the Apes in my lifetime, and I sat down for 3 Saturdays and I watched it, and on the third one I went, I'm gonna go out and play instead.
you know what? I remember as a kid watching the very first, Flash Gordon, that first season,
Those
and
were
then
cool.
I rewatched it recently, so it's not like I'm just trying to remember back 40 years ago. I rewatched it like last year, and then I watched it, and then I got up to about season 2, and that's when they decided they'll put the little cutesy things in there to appeal to girls. I'm out. It was, I get it's like
What do
look,
you want, buddy?
I want it's look, I want girls to have their own thing. I do, but
Yeah,
don't ruin the boy.
it was called Gem and the
But
Holograms.
yeah,
We weren't allowed. This
yeah.
is
Gem, truly outrageous.
right.
Hey,
So,
it's
I remember seeing that sort of. Well, not seeing it, but I remember that being on.
which one?
Jim and the Holograms.
Oh yeah. Well, that's okay. We can all now watch K-pop Demon Hunter.
That
I had no
was
interest.
Well,
that was
I
one
had
I
interest
wasn't
in
allowed
it,
to watch as a
apparently
kid.
it's pretty good as far as what people consider. Anyway, look, like everything else, if the movie isn't made for me, that's fine. But don't tell me that I'm a bad person because I didn't see your movie that you didn't appeal to me and you told me you didn't want me to go see. That's that's the dumbest thing ever. It's much better to say, hey, we're aiming this towards girls, like Little Mermaid. Look,
What do you
we'll
want?
just make a
You
good
want to
movie.
say hi to everybody?
You want to be with it?
Everybody
That's
wants to say
okay.
hi to you.
But
You want
yeah.
to say hi to you? Yes.
Oh. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I need to go.
Yeah, I'm
hang
gonna,
out
I'm
with
gonna
my
actually. I got to get going too. Nerdy, next time.
Yeah.
Come on in as soon as the game ends if you want. I got church in the morning, so I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. And little guy apparently needs to go back outside to go pee or something. I don't know. He's just going nuts. But George, great game. Glad to be back. Can't wait to
Yeah,
swing
I'll
the
try to.
lightsaber and do the things.
Uh, I'll try to. I'm sorry I didn't get so. I was a little stuck
It's
a lot.
okay.
I'll try to
This is what players do to you. This is normal.
Oh,
You're like,
Yeah.
I had this whole
what do you
thing
do
with Mama
misdirect?
Gungan and Rick.
Hey, George, what I've been doing lately, and maybe this will help you, not saying you need to or anything,
Mhm.
but I've been watching all weekend long as many of the old uh, Seth Skorkowski videos.
Okay.
He is one of the best guys out there, I think, of all time, of all the YouTubers. He deserves every pat on the back he gets. I know sometimes he rubs people the wrong way, but I
Mhm.
think he is the one of the best out there. To I've never been in one of his games, and the live plays I've seen of him, he sucks in it.
Yeah.
But maybe he's distracted or goofing off or whatever. But when he breaks things down for old and new GMs and players,
Mhm.
he's really one of the best.
Yeah.
His Traveler stuff is fantastic.
Yeah, I like his Traveler NPC.
Yeah.
Sort of Jersey.
Everything he does,
Brooklyn
he makes
voice.
it entertaining, informative. He doesn't, give you, unreasonable or unusable advice. He's literally just one of the best, and maybe go look up, through his catalog. Those will help you because they've been fun to watch for me, and I'm gonna go watch some more. Not tonight, but
Dweebles.
all the characters are
I
great.
know.
Everything he's done, I haven't seen a video that I went, F that guy ever. So,
Well, I'm going to mention another one too. Is Chubby Funster has been going through module design, and he's been doing a really good job of explaining both good and bad. And boy, he's critical of certain ones. But he's done multiple ones. He's done one for Alien. He's done one for Fifth Edition. He's doing a few others, and he's been doing Gods of the North right now. I think his advice is really good. Well, Chubby Funster has been doing a lot of modules, and apparently he's been doing well enough that they've been supporting. He said that he was selling a module. He did stuff for Act for BX, and then he does it for Shadow Dark, is where he says the money is right now. And he said drive through, gives him credits. He says he can cash him out for cash. He says instead he just kept buying stock art and more stock art and more stock art. Up to the point now he can actually hire artists to do his own adventures and stuff. So I think that he does a really good breakdown of different modules, and he's very critical of what should happen and where it should go. And I think his advice is pretty good for what he said. And I'm not saying it's anything bad about you, George. I'm just saying we tend to throw you for a loop because you're like, oh, you can do this. Like, as soon as you do that, you open that up to players may go, yeah, I don't want to stop here. We're going to go here. You're like, oh, crap. That's normal. Yeah. That's normal for it, unless you have a really fleshed out world. If, players will throw you like, oh, my God, you went into if you've ever played a video game and they go into outside of the game world, and it's just like flatter. You're like, oh man, I have to build all this. You weren't supposed to go here.
Yeah, I had ideas about it, and I just kind of I needed to, I just made up the gas giant on the fly. I made up that originally I thought of it as like a orbital facility, nothing like but
sure.
I just and I did have like what characters were doing, so it made sense for that one to meet you guys there in some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's I kind of.
So George, it didn't feel bad from our side. We're just more laughing at the fact that it was like, it's like you have to scramble. It's
cool. All right, yeah. Well, now I got something easy, not easy, but something I can do now. We have a facility, and we have ways in and ways out, and things are happening in the background a little bit as well. So you guys, at least now we got get in there, get JoJo out, get the wave hopper out, maybe if it's needed. I guess it could. I wonder if you could fit that thing in. I should get some stats on the wave hopper. I have a description, but wave dancer.
You got your homework set out, cut out for you for the week.
And I can, and I can make some kind of base.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Take care, Omen.
Hey, Nerdy.
Bye.
And as a novice GM, one thing I've learned is that it always seems way worse on this side of the screen than it does on the other. because because
Okay.
it's always you know what you forgot, you know what you had to cut out, you know the mistakes that you made. The players generally don't notice.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to get my camera set up right.
Well said, Nerdy.
So yeah, it always seems way worse on this side of the GM screen than it does the player side.
That makes me feel better.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving weekend. It's almost over. Back to normal for a couple of weeks and then more craziness. And we'll see you guys on the other side. I'll have some new stuff for you guys next week. Hopefully, I forgot to ask Omen if he wants to help me and you, George, to do the last of the Atlantean discussion. Because we're going to discuss what Atlantis could be in your game world, because we already talked about the factual stuff. Now we're going to talk about the fun stuff, and we've been waiting for Omen to get back to do this because he did more research than I did. And maybe Nerdy, you want to join us? You're welcome. I'll let you know when we're going to do it, because you've probably read through the Atlantis Rift book, which I love. So invitation's open. Anybody else who wants to join us on that? Mind you, you can only have 5 people besides yours truly doing that, but we'll do that next week, even though it was only supposed to last the month, but because of the holiday, blah blah blah. Anyways, folks, I gotta go see a Man About a Horse. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
Great.
See y'all later. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure, Nerdy.